Hey, bro, you be do-whopping? Do-whopping? What the hell is that? Hey, man, I got 2 Chris Brown CDs for sale, man. If you ain't got no money, I'll give you 2 Chris Brown CDs for 1 Al Green CD, man. What up, though? It's your boy Bill. I was gonna speak on the lingo in prison anyway, but a lot of people was requesting it, so I'm gonna speak on the lingo a little bit, certain lingos, and then I'll give you, my experience of my first time coming encounter with the lingo. Before we get into that, man, y'all know the Patreon link on there. I'm about to drop something new on there. BillsClothing.org, Instagram, The Real Bill 1. I just created a Snapchat. It's Bill Feezy. And yeah, man, let's jump right into it. So it's funny. It's so funny, man, because the lingo is like, see, prison is like a world within a world. You know what I'm saying? It's literally its own world. They literally got all kind of lingos for all kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying? Just like they got out here. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, I'm going to tell you one thing. If I'm getting ready to, like if I'm in my room on this side of the range, and my homeboy room down there on that side of the range, I'm not going to say, like, if I step outside the room and he trying to holler at me, he not going to say, hey, bro, come to my room and holler at me. He going to be like, hey, bro, pull up on me. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, that's the lingo people use here. But, if I call you and say, hey, bro, pull up on me, more than likely you about to get in your car and drive over here to me. You know what I'm saying? But they'll be like, hey, pull up on me. But I ain't pulling up on the damn thing. I'm walking to your cell. You know what I'm saying? It ain't funny, but it's funny. But I'm going to tell you, though, bro, when I first went in Jackson, what is it, Jackson Classification and Diagnostic Prison, we was on our way to Chow. And I had heard some dudes standing in front of me talking. Now, we walking with our hands behind our backs. You got the CERT team. They got pepper ball guns. And they walking like, you had like 4 of them. Now, this is a big old dorm now. I don't even know how many people was in here. It was a lot. Because when you come in the dorm, you got, like, you can keep straight or right here to your right and left. You got a bottom range and a top range. And then you keep straight. And then you got a bottom range and a top range. You know what I'm saying? So if I just had to guess, I'd say it was almost like 200 people in there. I don't know. I ain't never really just sat down and tried to guess and think it all out, but I'm going to just average it out to about 200 people. So you got the CERT team walking with us, and they got their pepper ball guns out, just in case anybody try to, fight somebody, do anything crazy. Or just you ain't even got to do nothing like that. You could just not follow instructions. You know what I'm saying? Like they say, keep your hand behind your back, keep your head straight, don't say a word. You know what I'm saying? So if I go to doing like this and be like, hey man, put your hand behind your back. But my eye really itching and I go to doing like this, but he feel like I'm trying to be funny, he can shoot me with the pepper ball gun. He ain't gonna get in no trouble. All he got to do is make up a lie and say, oh, I thought the inmate was trying to do something to, you know what I'm saying? It's just crooked system, bro. But we back to the lingo. We ain't talking about them right now. Yeah, man. So we on the way to the chow hall. So it's these 2 guys in front of me, and I hear one of them say, "Man, I'm finna do-whap. F that. I don't care about none of that. But I'm about to do-whap today." You know what I'm saying? So I'm thinking like do-whap. See, it don't sound right. It don't sound right even if we wasn't locked up. But seeing that we're locked up, it don't sound right that much more. You know what I'm saying? I'm just thinking do-whap. This man talking about he about to do-whap. I don't know what the hell he got going on. So the other dude like, shit, you ain't the only one. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, oh, nah. I don't know. It's just, I didn't know what it meant. I wasn't interested in trying to find out. And I was trying my best to kind of like get away from them a little bit. So what I did was I stepped to the side real quick and went like I was tying up my shoe. But I purposely untied it, but was tying it back at the same time. So one of the CERT team went to scream, told, hey man, get back in line, get back in line. He pointing the pepper ball gun at me. I'm like, I'm tying my shoe, bro. My shoe came loose. He told me, I don't care nothing about that. Get back in line. So by the time I got back in line, you know, the line is constantly moving. So I stepped out the line up here. So by the time it moved, I'm back here. I'm not even around them no more. So I'm like, all right, cool. So I just get in line, shoelaces all over the place. And that's dangerous, you know what I'm saying? Because if somebody try to do something to me, I ain't really got good friction. But we walked to the chow hall, and I'm kind of watching these two dudes, you know what I'm saying, that's up there in front of me, because I'm trying to see what are they doing. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't going to ask them, like, hey, what do-whap mean? Because, you know, I'm the new guy, and I don't want y'all to feel like, oh, he don't know. We gonna do-whap him or something, you know what I'm saying? Whatever that means. So I'm like, hell nah. I'm kind of watching them, but I don't really see nothing out the ordinary that they do. So we get in the chow hall, we get our tray, we sit down, they sitting at the table next to me. Now, the tray looks disgusting, bro. It looks like throw up. That's no lie. It looks like throw up. Everybody else at the table smashing it. They knocking it up. See, they done been locked up for a while. I'm just getting here. They been smashing it. Only thing I ate off the tray was the cake. They had a piece of strawberry cake with white icing on it, and I ate that. So one of the dudes sitting next to me, he was like, bro, you ain't gonna eat that? I'm like, nah, I'm straight. He said it was, I think he said it was like shepherd's pie or something. That's what he said. He said, you ain't gonna eat that shepherd's pie? I'm like, nah, I'm straight. But, you know, it ain't look like no shepherd's pie to me. It looked like throw up pie. So he's sitting there knocking it off. He's sitting there smashing. So the dude that was sitting in front of me, he asked me about the cake because he traded people trade they stuff off on their trades sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Like he said he traded off his cake 3 days ago because some people got schedules. They know what's going to be on the tray. He traded off his tray over 3 days ago for a cigarette. He gave a dude gave him a cigarette 3 days ago for his cake today. So he didn't have it. So he asked me, he was like, that cake busting? So I was like, yeah. He went looking around. He was like, shit, man, I might got the do-whap. So, you know, this is my second time hearing it. So I'm like, you got the do-whap? So I'm looking around, you know, I'm kind of looking at him. I'm trying to see signs of a ratchet, you know what I'm saying, or anything, but I don't see none of that. So I asked him, I was like, bro, what the hell do-whap mean? And he was like, oh, you just got locked up, huh, little bro? I said, yeah, I ain't been here but a week. And he was like, well, do-whap just mean when you trying to go do something again, but you ain't supposed to be doing it. He was like, so when we came in, I already got a tray. So if I do-whap, that means I'm sneaking in the line trying to go get another one, acting as if I never got one. And then I was like, oh, okay. And over the years, I learned, bro, that is just a universal word. Like do-whap, every single prison I've been at, within 9 years, I've heard people say, I'm finna do-whap, do-whap, do-whap. That ain't just something that was just at the classification prison. You know what I'm saying? And it was for anything. It's not just for being in the chow hall trying to get an extra tray. It could be for anything that you're doing again. You know what I'm saying? Like the warden, like every 3 months, the warden got to take the inmate funds that we pay, because we got to pay. Inmates got to pay. Your inmate account pays $1 every single month. Now think about how much money they getting, how many inmates it is in the state. Thousands. They paying $1 a month off their inmate account. So they say they got to take that money at least every 3 months and buy an incentive meal. So they might bring you a little bag with snacks in it, or they might, they might just order something that we don't eat every day and pass it out to everybody. And people might go get one and then be like, shh, I'm about to do-whap. You know what I'm saying? So that's a universal word in there that I wanted to share with y'all. Another one that threw me for the biggest loop ever is this was actually my first day at Jackson. I'm laying down in the bed. I ain't got no roommate. I'm in there, bro, just thinking about my life, reading my letters that I had got in the county jail. I ain't even supposed to have them. I really snuck them in here because they try to take everything from you. So I had to sneak, but they let you keep stamps and legal work. But any mail, anything, they try to take pictures, anything. So I had to disguise my regular mail inside my legal mail like this came from a lawyer. So I'm laying in the bed reading the letter that my son mama sent me. And man, I hear somebody say, hey man, I got 2 Chris Brown CDs for sale, man. If you ain't got no money right now, I'll give you 2 Chris Brown CDs for 1 Al Green CD. At first, I ain't think much of it because I was like, okay, he got some Chris Brown CDs and he want an Al Green CD. But as I thought on it more, what threw me for a loop, he said he had a Chris Brown CD for sale, but if you don't got no money, I'll give you this for an Al Green CD. And I'm sitting here thinking like, no disrespect to the artists. I think they both great artists, but who the hell just running around with an Al Green CD on them, willing to trade it for 2 Chris Brown CDs? It didn't make no sense. It threw me off, took me for the biggest loop. But after a few minutes, I was like, man, these guys been locked up. Chain gang dudes, they just coming up with their own little lingos or whatever. I don't care. I'm just trying to focus on the future, see how I'm about to do this time, stay out these people way. So I'm reading the letter, I'm in here smiling, rubbing my feet together. She telling me how she loved me, all kind of stuff. It was feeling good. So this older dude, he comes up to it was bars. It wasn't a door like all the other prisons. It was bars, like a real old school prison that you see on movies. It was real bars on the door. This older dude, he looked very strange, very, very, very strange. And when I say strange, I mean like strange, like all the women gonna clutch their purse around him type strange. Like he just looked it like he was up to no good. Looked it real funny like. And he only had one eye. I don't know if he had another eye, but it's like the skin right here was like melted down some type of way over his eye. I don't know. It just looked crazy, but it was down over there. It was like a big ball right here, but it was like you could see skin from like here. Looked like it was pushed in right here and was just over his face. It just was, it looked real strange. He came up to the bars. Now, these bars is dirty. These some nasty bars. Millions of people done touched these bars. So he came up to the bar and he pushed his face against the bars. And that was the first red flag. I'm like, dude must be mental health because there's no way I would ever do that. Like literally, the bar like this, you know what I'm saying? He pushed his face in the bar. He like, hey, little bro. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, what's up, bro? He talking about, you trying to buy a Chris Brown CD? You know what I'm saying? So now this is my second time hearing it. So I'm like, bro, hell nah. So he like, you sure? I'm like, bro, nah, bro. I'm straight. I'm not, bro. On the streets, I'm not just listening to Chris Brown. In prison, where I done heard all kind of stuff at, and Chris Brown talk about love and sex and females, and I'm around a bunch of dudes, and you trying to convince me to buy a damn Chris Brown CD? You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, I'm straight, bro. I'm straight. I'm already paranoid. I'm halfway scared a little bit. I ain't gonna lie. I'm a teenager. I'm new to this prison. I done heard all kind of stories about people losing their life. And now this dude that been locked up forever gonna come ask me, do I want to buy a damn Chris Brown CD first thing on my mind, I'm thinking about how I'm finna get me a ratchet. Real talk. So he walk off. Like 2 days later was stow day. You know, there's commissary day where everybody who filled out stow sheets, they able to get their commissary. So he come back around. I guess he was stopping sale to sale because I hear like little food being exchanged and stuff. You know, you can hear the little plastic wrapper. He came by my room on stow day. He was like, "Hey, little bro." I'm like, "What's up, bro?" Now I'm getting agitated. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, "Man, what do you got going on, bro?" And then a lot of times when the doors open, I don't be woke yet. You know what I'm saying? But I hear it, and then I be just not waking up. You already be woke. So I'm just thinking real paranoid. Like, bro, you keep trying to come over here talk to me about damn Chris Brown. You be up all early, the doors be popping, you been locked up forever, I'm new to this. I'm thinking he trying to set me up for something, you know what I'm saying? I'm not feeling it at all. So he was like, "You trying to buy an Al Green CD?" Pushing his face up against the bars again. And I'm like, Al Green? Nah, I ain't never listened to Al Green, for real. But, you know, from what I hear, they say he's a real good artist. My thing is, bruh, why is you, like, what do you got? You know what I'm saying? So I got up off the bed. So I was like, bro, I don't listen to no Al Green or no Chris Brown, bro. I'm straight. I don't want no CDs. I'm not trying to involve myself in none of that. He was just looking at me like I'm damn crazy. Still got his face pushed up in the bars. You know what I'm saying? So now I don't know what's going on. So he like, all right, he walk off. Now the dude that was in the room directly next door to me, we came from the county together. We was in different dorms though, so I don't know him. But you know, once we got on the bus, we kind of started talking a little bit because we coming from the same place. And he said this was like his third or fourth time in prison, so he had already knew people all in there. So I went up to the bars when the dude walked off, and I was talking to him, and I was like, "Hey, bro, I might need you to get me a ratchet because I don't know what Holmes got going on." So he was like, "What'd he say?" So I didn't want to tell him. I was like, "Nah, he ain't saying nothing, but I just need to get me a ratchet, bro. What you think?" So I didn't go to store because the money that I had on my books in the county hadn't hit to the prison yet. So what did I have to? Oh, I just had a whole bunch of stamps. I had to wait until the money hit, and then they wasn't letting us use the phone in classification, and wasn't no cell phones, at least not where I was at. So I think I had ended up giving this dude like 40 stamps, bro. All I had was like 50. I had used a couple of them in the county. After I gave him 40 stamps, I think I only had like 3 or 4 left to my name. So, he ended up, you know, through one of his homeboys, he got me a ratchet, and he gave him the stamps, I guess. So now I'm in there. I'm like, all right, you know what I'm saying? I got the ratchet on me. You know, I ain't worried about it. So I'm in there working out one day. I was doing a little fake halfway workout. Same dude walked by smoking a cigarette, old school dude smoking a cigarette, and he just looked at me. You know what I'm saying? While I'm working out, but I felt like he looked at me a little too long. You know what I'm saying? So I was just like preparing myself. Like I felt like it's something funny, it's something fishy going on somewhere, some type of way. I felt like, you know, I felt like to some degree he's about to try something. So, man, I'm watching him. I kept my eyes on him the whole time. I'm talking about I'm not letting up, period. Everywhere I go, every time they open the door for breakfast, lunch, dinner, shower, you only take showers 3 days a week, Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Every time they open the door for the shower, I'm clutching the ratchet. I'm watching them and stuff like that. And nothing ever happened, bro. I ended up transferring. I went to my first prison after leaving the classification prison, which was called Riverbend Correctional Institute. It's a private prison owned by Geo, and it's in Milledgeville, Georgia. So they made my security medium. They sent me to Riverbend in Milledgeville, Georgia. Okay, cool. When I get down here, I get cool with a dude by the name of Savannah Mike. Savannah Mike, bro, if you ever see this video, reach out to me, bro. I've been looking for you for some years, brother. But if y'all know Savannah Mike, tell him this C-Bill, reach out to me. So I was real cool with this dude named Savannah Mike. So he had been locked up like 7, 8 years at this time. I'm fresh in. We got real cool. Savannah Mike became like a mentor, like a role model. You know what I'm saying? And he just used to always tell me like the positive things, like, bro, this is a sweet prison. You know what I'm saying? Don't get yourself caught up in nothing crazy. Woo, woo, woo. But see, what was still on my mind was coming from the county jail, and even once I was in Jackson, a few people I did talk to on the side that had been locked up, a lot of people used to tell me, bro, the way you get your respect, if somebody play with you, you take flight on them. Either you bust them with the ratchet, you fight them, you do something to let people know you're not going for nothing. And that's the only way to go about it. Ain't no being political, talking to, don't do none of that. You get straight to the action. And that draws the line like, okay, yeah, you know that new dude named C. Bill, yeah, he ain't going for none of that. So, I end up getting moved out that dorm for disciplinary reasons. And I went to another dorm. All right, now inside this dorm, I ended up exciting a riot. All right, now, I did not mean to excite a riot. I did not know I was exciting a riot. I was just very, very upset about something, the way the police was trying to handle me. I was real, real mad about it. And it was just so happened to be another person or two, that was real mad about it. But I was the one that took initiative to do something about it. I'll go into details on another video on that. I'm not about to do that right now. But I did something real crazy, you know what I'm saying? Towards the police, towards the staff. And it was some inmates that got caught up in the crossfires of what I did. And that led to a fight. And, other people feeling some type of way led to them fighting. And then other people on his side feeling some type of way led to them fighting. Man, before I know it, it probably was like, I know every bit of 40 people out here fighting. A ratchet got drawn. Somebody got hit all in the head, all in the face. They came, pepper sprayed all of us, took us all to the hole. That was my second time seeing somebody get hit with the ratchet. First time was at classification prison. So we went to the hole. The second dude, I was the first dude that was upset. The second dude, me and him was actually roommates. So we talking about the dude that got bust and how he was bleeding. I'm like, dang, that crazy, boy. Somebody hit him. Because I'm still amazed. I'm still new to this life of, people just getting hit with the ratchet every day. This is still kind of new to me. So I'm like, dang, that's crazy. So the officer come around passing out everybody DRs, which is a disciplinary report, and they just put on there whatever you did wrong. So every time he leaves somebody's door, we'll yell out the door, bro, what your DR say? And then he might say, it say failure to follow. What your roommate DR say? It say failure to follow. Failure to follow, ain't nobody studying that. They just saying you failing to follow instructions. So everybody getting their DRs, out of 40 people, everybody almost saying the same thing. I get my DR, well, my roommate got his first. He opened it up, it say failure to follow. So I'm like, okay, we cool. We ain't got nothing but some little failure to follows. That ain't nothing. I end up getting my DR. Man, it's a exciting riot. Assault on inmate with injury to the face, possession of a weapon, and failure to follow instructions. Man, I was so mad, bro. Because at that point, I'm like, I ain't exciting no riot. I did not assault no inmate with injury to the face. I did not have no ratchet. And yeah, I failed to follow instructions. Yeah, I did that. But all that other stuff y'all saying I did, I didn't do all that. So me and my roommate talking about it, he trying to tell me how I'm wrong. But the reason I respected it because he wasn't trying to like play the blame game. He was telling me like, yeah, bro, you wrong. But I know I'm wrong too, but I don't care about being wrong. But I'm just telling you, you is wrong. And you did do what them people said you did. You know what I'm saying? So me and him going back and forth for a little bit. So I'm like, all right, bro, whatever. I ain't studying that stuff. So I get in the bed. I jump on the top bunk, lay down. So I'm just up there thinking. I hear somebody say, hey, what's such and such at? So I guess that was the orderly name. The orderly, the person that work in the hole. The inmate that assists the officer in the hole. So they said, he going back to the dorm for the day. So the dude said, well, when he come back, bro, I got these 2 Chris Brown CDs. If you got a little Al Green CD over there. So I'm like, what the hell is going on? Now I want to ask my roommate. I'm real tempted to ask him now. But I don't want to look green. I don't want to look stupid. I don't want to look lame. So I don't say nothing. So the next morning, the breakfast trays come around. And the orderly was like whenever after the orderly passed out all the breakfast trays, whenever he got a few minutes, if he's a cool orderly, he'd be like, all right, man, anybody need anything done? What's up? If you need something done, let me know right now. I'm about to do it before I go and get up out of here. So, you know, people calling his name. Yeah, bro, go grab this. Go do that. Go grab me that book. Go get me that magazine. Go do this. Go do that. And the same voice I heard earlier, dude said, hey, bro, come grab these Chris Brown CDs. Take it to bro for me. So I heard bro say, come on with it. Come on with it. I'm about to open the flap. Be ready. And when you heard the flap get unlocked, and then I heard dude say, make sure you grab the Al Green CD from him when you give him that. So he was like, all right. So I just put all pride to the side, bro. I ain't care about looking lame. I ain't care about looking crazy. None of that. I just asked my roommate. I say, bro, why the hell is everybody in prison listening to Chris Brown and Al Green? This is the second prison I've been at where I heard this. Why the hell is Chris Brown and Al Green CDs so popular here? Like in the prison. Man, this dude almost fell out the bed laughing. Got up looking at me. Talking about he clutching his stomach laughing so hard. Pointing at me laughing. Tears literally rolling down his eyes. He laughing so hard. I'm like, bro, what the hell is so funny? He just laugh. So I'm so goofy, I go to laughing too. But I'm just laughing because how he laughing, but I have no idea what the hell he laughing about. So after he go, he like, bro, is you serious, bro? You for real? You playing? I'm like, what you mean, bro? This is the second time. And then I told him the story, like, bro, I even went and bought a ratchet because the dude kept asking me did I want to buy a Chris Brown CD. And, you know, only thing I'm thinking about, like I say, you know, Chris Brown, old singing dude, always talking to females. So I don't understand why the hell you keep trying to get me to buy something that be dedicated to women. Like, I don't know. I told him that story. He bust out laughing, dying laughing all over again. Like it was just so funny. So he said, bruh, a Chris Brown CD means cigarettes. An Al Green CD mean a little joint, like some weed. So I'm like, what? So he like, yeah, you ain't know that for real? I'm like, nah. I'm slick still thinking he lying. So he was like, you got some food in your box real quick? So I was like, nah. He said, you got some stamps? I said, bro, I think I probably got 3 or 4 stamps left. So he was like, let me see 2 of them. I'm about to show you something. So I told him where it was at. He went in my little envelope, pulled out 2 stamps. Then he had some food. He went into his little property box and he pulled out $2. He pulled out like a honey bun and 2 packs of noodles. He went to the door. He went hollering for the orderly at the door, The orderly finally came and he was like, bro, who got some Chris Brown, some Al Green CDs for sale? So the orderly was like, I got some right now. What's up? So he was like, "This all I got, bro. I got $3. I'm trying to get a Chris Brown CD and an Al Green CD." So the orderly was like, "Bro, you know I want $4 for both of them." He was like, "Bro, this all I got." So the orderly was like, "Man, come on with it." So he opened the flap, bro, gave him the stamp, the honey bun, and the noodles. The orderly stuck his hand in his pocket, went to rumbling around in his pocket for a minute. And out on his hand, he had 2 barred up pieces of tissue. And my roommate was like, "We need a wick too, bro. We need a wick." So he was like, "All right, I'm going to get one. I'm going to get you one." So he closed the flap and walked off. He came over there to me and showed it to me. He gave it to me. I unwrapped both of them. And, bro, one of them had a little tobacco in it, and the other one had a little weed in it. And he was like, "Chris Brown is the cigarette, Al Green is the weed." I said, "Damn, bro, I was so paranoid at the lab prison. I never knew that, bro. That's crazy." And the dude came back with the wick. Damn, I wish I had some tissue around me right now. But it's like you could tell somebody just unrolled some off the thing and the tip of it burning. So he took our tissue roll, that little paper that come on there. He just ripped 2 little small strips of it real quick. I was holding the wick, it's burning. And he rolled the cigarette up, twisted it up. He rolled the weed up, twisted it up. And, you just hold the wick up to it and it started burning. And we listened to Al Green and Chris Brown that day. But yeah, man, that was just a story I wanted to give y'all. You know what I'm saying? I wanted to share that with y'all. I thought it was kind of interesting. And yeah, that's it. Y'all get at me. Like I say, I got that What the Feezy merch, that Make Money Not Excuses merch. I got that Patreon going. Y'all holla at your boy.